Did you know that your brain starts to shrink by about 5% per decade after the age of 40? But here's the surprising part. Brain aging doesn't start at 40. In fact, it often begins quietly in your 20s and 30s, triggered by stress, poor sleep, lack of exercise, unhealthy food, and even exposure to environmental toxins. The good news? You're not stuck with that path. With a few simple daily changes backed by science, you can slow down mental decline, sharpen your memory, and keep your mind strong and focused no matter your age. Hey everyone, welcome to Health Next 365, and today we're diving deep into how to boost your brain health after 40. Whether you're feeling more forgetful lately, struggling to concentrate at work, or just want to stay mentally sharp for the long run, this video is for you. We'll talk about what causes brain aging even before your 40s, why your brain changes as you get older, the most effective brain-boosting foods, daily habits that truly protect your brain. And at the very end, I'll share one simple science-backed tip that takes just 2 minutes a day and could instantly refresh your focus and mental clarity. Let's get started. Now, while most of us think serious brain changes only begin after 40, the truth is, the groundwork often starts much earlier. Let's take a moment to explore a few powerful, but often overlooked reasons why brain health can begin to decline even before you hit your 40s. 1. Chronic stress. Long-term emotional stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated for too long, can shrink the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. According to a study in Neurology, 2018, adults with higher cortisol levels showed reduced brain volume and memory performance, regardless of age. So yes, that work stress in your 30s, it adds up. 2. Lack of mental stimulation. Your brain thrives on novelty and challenge. But if you fall into repetitive routines, without actively learning new things or solving problems, neural connections begin to weaken. The use it or lose it principle applies well before 40. 3. Sedentary lifestyle. Sitting too much doesn't just hurt your back. It slows blood flow to the brain and reduces oxygen delivery. A 2017 study in PLOS1 linked prolonged sitting with thinner brain regions associated with memory, particularly in younger adults. 4. Poor diet and sleep. High sugar intake, processed foods, and irregular sleep patterns in your 20s and 30s all affect brain function. They lead to increased inflammation, insulin resistance in the brain, and higher risk of early cognitive fog and mood disorders. 5. Environmental exposure. Pollution, poor air quality, and even long-term exposure to heavy metals, like lead or mercury, have been shown to affect brain development and structure, even before adulthood. If you've experienced stress, poor sleep, or long hours at a desk in your 20s and 30s, you're not alone. But now's the perfect time to take back control and give your brain what it truly needs. Let's now understand what happens as we cross into our 40s and how we can stop that decline before it starts. Why your brain changes. All right, let's kick things off by understanding why our brains change after 40. There are 4 major players at work. 1. Reduced blood flow as we age. Our blood vessels, including those supplying the brain, lose elasticity. This makes them narrower and less efficient at delivering oxygen and nutrients. By age 60, studies show up to a 20% drop in cerebral blood flow. Without sufficient oxygen, neurons struggle to generate energy and clear out metabolic waste. Deep dive. The endothelial cells lining blood vessels produce less nitric oxide with age, which normally helps vessels relax and widen. Less nitric oxide means stiffer arteries and poorer circulation. Impact. Chronic underperfusion can lead to silent microinfarcts, tiny areas of dead tissue that accumulate over time and impair cognitive function. 2. Oxidative stress. Your brain consumes about 20% of your body's oxygen, but only makes up about 2% of its mass. That high metabolic rate produces lots of free radicals, unstable molecules that rust brain cells by damaging lipids, proteins, and DNA. Deep dive. Mitochondria, the cell's energy factories, become less efficient with age, generating more free radicals in the process. Defense. Antioxidant enzymes like superoxide dismutase, SOD, and glutathione peroxidase decrease as we age, weakening our natural defenses. 3. Chronic inflammation. Inflammation isn't just an acute response to injury. It can become a low-grade, persistent process as we get older. This inflammaging releases cytokines, immune signaling molecules, that, over time, degrade synapses and disrupt neuron-to-neuron communication. Deep dive. Microglia, the brain's immune cells, shift into a more reactive state with age. Instead of clearing debris, they release pro-inflammatory chemicals that harm healthy neurons. Impact. Elevated levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, Illinois-6, in the blood correlate with faster cognitive decline. 4. Hormonal changes and neurotrophic decline. After 40, levels of certain hormones and growth factors that support brain health begin to fall. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. This protein fuels neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections. Research shows BDNF levels decline with age, making it harder for the brain to adapt. Sex hormones, estrogen and testosterone, have protective effects on neurons. Their decline during middle age reduces neuroprotection and may accelerate memory loss. Real-life impact. I remember Sarah, who's 52, telling me how she'd walk into rooms and forget her purpose. These 4 factors, poor circulation, oxidative damage, chronic inflammation, and hormonal shifts, were quietly chipping away at her mental clarity. But here's the uplifting part. Our brains have a remarkable capacity to fight back. By targeting these 4 areas through diet, exercise, stress management, and sleep, we can boost circulation, ramp up antioxidants, calm inflammation, and elevate neurotrophic factors. So with that deeper understanding, let's move into the best brain-boosting foods, starting with fatty fish, your first line of defense against these aging processes. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, essential fats that your brain needs but can't produce on its own. Omega-3s, especially DHA and EPA, play a vital role in maintaining the structure and function of brain cells. According to a 2021 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, individuals with higher omega-3 levels had significantly larger brain volumes and better cognitive function. That's right, eating fatty fish can literally help preserve brain tissue and slow down shrinkage, but the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, a major contributor to age-related brain decline, and help build cell membranes in the brain. This improves communication between neurons, which boosts memory, focus, and mood. There's also strong evidence that these fats may help ward off Alzheimer's disease. A meta-analysis published in Nutrients found that regular fish consumption is associated with a 20 to 30% lower risk of developing cognitive impairment or dementia. If you're not a fan of seafood, don't worry. You can still get omega-3s from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, though fish-based omega-3s are more bioavailable. Aim to eat fatty fish at least twice a week. Grilled salmon, fish tacos, or even sardines on toast can make a huge difference over time. Want your brain firing on all cylinders? Fatty fish is a no-brainer. Next up, berries. The colorful little fruits that pack a serious brain punch. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are loaded with antioxidants, especially flavonoids like anthocyanins, which cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce oxidative stress in the brain. Oxidative stress is like rust on your brain. It damages cells and accelerates aging. But the antioxidants in berries neutralize free radicals and protect brain cells from damage. In a 2020 study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, older adults who consumed blueberries daily showed significant improvements in memory and cognitive function after just 12 weeks. That's a short time frame with powerful results. Another long-term study from Annals of Neurology tracked women over 20 years and found that those who ate 2 or more servings of strawberries or blueberries per week delayed memory decline by up to 2.5 years. That's like turning back the clock on your brain. Berries also promote better blood flow to the brain, thanks to their ability to dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. This helps deliver oxygen and nutrients where your brain needs them most. You don't need to go overboard. Just 1 cup of mixed berries a day, fresh, frozen, or in smoothies, can do the trick. Start your day with a handful in oatmeal, toss them into a salad, or blend them into a smoothie for a delicious brain-friendly treat. Let's talk about a true brain-shaped food. Walnuts. If you've ever cracked one open, you'll notice how much it looks like a mini brain. And as it turns out, walnuts are tailor-made for supporting cognitive health. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3, and also contain vitamin E, folate, polyphenols, and antioxidants that collectively protect brain cells and promote neurogenesis, the creation of new neurons. A 2019 study in Nutrients found that regular walnut consumption was associated with better memory and faster processing speed in adults over 50. The researchers credited the high antioxidant and ALA content for this brain boost. Vitamin E is particularly important. It helps protect brain tissue from oxidative damage, which is especially critical as we age. Just a quarter cup of walnuts provides nearly all the vitamin E you need for the day. Walnuts also reduce inflammation, one of the biggest threats to brain health. A randomized control trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging showed that people who consumed walnuts daily had significantly lower inflammatory markers and better cognitive scores. Want a smart snack? Keep a small container of walnuts nearby for a mid-afternoon brain boost, or sprinkle them on your salad or yogurt for a crunchy, nutrient-dense topping. Now let's talk about the underdog of brain health, pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds may be small, but they're packed with a brain-boosting combo of magnesium, zinc, iron, and copper, 4 minerals essential for optimal cognitive function. Magnesium plays a key role in learning and memory. A deficiency can lead to brain fog, anxiety, and even depression. Zinc is critical for nerve signaling, and studies have linked low zinc levels to neurological conditions like Alzheimer's. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that higher magnesium intake was directly associated with better cognitive performance in older adults. And a 2018 review published in Nutritional Neuroscience emphasized the importance of zinc in preventing age-related decline. Iron helps transport oxygen throughout your body, including your brain. Low iron levels can cause fatigue, reduced alertness, and poor concentration. Copper, on the other hand, helps regulate neurotransmitters and supports overall brain function. You don't need a lot, just a small handful a day. Add them to trail mix, sprinkle them on soup, or blend them into smoothies for a nutty flavor boost. Now let's shift to lifestyle habits, because brain health isn't just about what you eat, it's also about how you live. Let's start with one of the most underrated brain tools, exercise. Exercise gets your blood pumping, and that's exactly what your brain needs. Blood delivers oxygen and nutrients that keep your neurons thriving. According to a 2021 study in The Lancet, moderate aerobic exercise like brisk walking for just 150 minutes a week improves cognitive function and increases brain volume. Exercise also stimulates the production of BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports the growth of new neurons. It's like fertilizer for your brain. Try activities like walking, dancing, swimming, or even home workouts. You don't need a gym, just a commitment to move. Start small, 15 minutes a day, then work your way up. Another non-negotiable for a healthy brain is sleep. Your brain needs rest to function properly. During sleep, your glymphatic system clears out toxic waste, including beta amyloid, the protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. In a 2023 Journal of Neuroscience study, researchers found that even a single night of poor sleep significantly reduced brain performance the next day. Long-term sleep deprivation? It's like putting your brain on a slow-drip poison. Set a routine. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. And try a sleep tea like chamomile to ease into rest mode. Then comes mindfulness and meditation. Stress is your brain's worst enemy. It releases cortisol, a hormone that shrinks the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. A 2019 study in psychiatry research, neuroimaging, showed that just 10 minutes of daily mindfulness meditation increased gray matter density in regions linked to focus and emotional regulation. You don't need to be a monk to meditate. Just sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe. You can use a meditation app or simply listen to calming music while focusing on your breath. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can shift your brain from chaos to calm. Now here's a fun one. Lifelong learning. Challenging your brain with new tasks builds what's called cognitive reserve. This is like a mental savings account that helps protect against decline. A 2020 study in neurology found that people who engaged in mentally stimulating activities, like learning a new language, playing an instrument, or solving puzzles, had slower cognitive decline, even if their brain showed signs of aging on scans. Pick something new and interesting. Learn to cook a new dish, take a free online course, or even try drawing. The key is novelty and challenge. Your brain thrives on it. And finally, stay socially connected. Loneliness can literally shrink your brain, but staying socially active keeps you mentally sharp. A 2022 Journal of Aging and Health study found that people with regular social engagement had a 12% lower risk of cognitive decline. Whether it's chatting with friends, joining a book club, or having family dinners, connection matters. Even virtual connections help. Schedule regular calls, comment on social media, or join an online community that excites you. The more interaction, the more stimulated your brain becomes. Let's quickly recap what we covered today. We explored 4 brain-boosting foods: fatty fish, berries, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds, each backed by powerful science. Then, we walked through 5 essential habits: move daily, sleep well, stay mindful, challenge your brain, and connect with others. All right, now here's that one bonus tip I promised. It's called the 2-minute brain break, and it's deceptively simple but incredibly effective. Every hour, just pause what you're doing for 2 minutes and give your brain a reset. Stretch your arms, take a few deep breaths, or look outside your window. Even standing up and walking around briefly works. A 2023 study published in Brain Research found that short, intentional mental breaks throughout the day significantly improve focus, reduce fatigue, and boost overall cognitive performance, especially in adults over 40. The best part? You don't need an app, a supplement, or a fancy planner. You just need 2 minutes, once an hour. Set a timer if you need to. Your brain will thank you. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Health Next 365. Drop a comment below. Which food or habit are you going to try this week? Thanks for watching.